Gaffer, another positive result at the weekend. When the games come thick and fast like this, is it just about recovery and looking after the lads that you've got fit?
Yeah, absolutely. Just sort of ticking along. The ones that obviously didn't play done a little bit more. Then if we looked a little bit leggy or just the way the game was on Friday, it wasn't the greatest spectacle on earth, and we tried to change things during the game at half time, etc. It's just one of those games where we just didn't. Even though I thought we had probably the better chance of the game, I thought their goalkeeper made a fantastic save from Witt's first half. Perez should have scored really. I know I thought the defender, to be fair to him, done really well in the second half. Other than that, we've hit the bar, etc. But it wasn't, the sort of most entertaining game in the world. So hopefully tomorrow though, with Tranmere coming, obviously needing the points where they're at. I think they've done fantastic well since Andy's gone in there, to be fair to them. They've always got goals in them. They've got unbelievable goals in them as well, what they've scored in the last few weeks. So we have to be at it tomorrow because we know they will be. And I think that plays into our hands a little bit as well. I think, it looked a bit of a dead rubber, didn't it, on Friday, and it was a frustrating game for everybody. So hopefully tomorrow, with them coming here, needing the points, we've got to be bang at it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, how important is it to start strong tomorrow? It's one goal for Tranmere, and that's going to be the world of confidence for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think just in this league general, I think the first goal was massive. Like I've said it many times before, there's a massive high percentage of goals. If you score the first goal, you're going to win the game. So it's really important in any game, but more so tomorrow because what's at stake for them. But ultimately, we've got loads to play for. I was still really disappointed with our performance on Friday. There has to be more energy and there has to be more drive. There has to be more. Since I've come in, we're one of the best in the league in terms of chances created and quality of chances created. So, and we didn't create anywhere near as much as we could have done or should have done on Friday, which was disappointing. Another clean sheet though, a massive positive for Will, the defenders. Our shape sort of off the ball again was pretty good. But we have to be a lot more threatening going forwards. We'll look to rectify that tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of Will, as the weeks and games are going on, he looks more and more confident. The defence clearly has a lot more confidence in him, and he's fit in perfectly since coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. He had especially after Farms' sort of latter performances where he was exceptional. There's a bit, and this is why we've done it because we wanted to put Will into games where there's pressure on him still. What we didn't want to do is sort of dead rubbers at the end of the season, and then we don't really see what the best of Will basically. So he's done fantastically well, even on Friday. What he had to do, he done really well, coming for crosses, punching. I think he made that one save in the first half. I think there was like a sort of a half a save sort of second half where it was pretty comfortable, but he held on to really well. So what he has done, he's done well. But I think Naz and the back three in front of him, or back five, and the players in front of him have done really well. I think we look really solid. We look like we're hard to beat, which is great. That has to be our foundation, and hopefully from tomorrow we're better going forward and a lot more quality than what we had on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Tranmere, they've conceded quite a few goals in the last couple of games. So is it a bit of pressure on that forward line tomorrow to produce these goals?
Yeah, absolutely. They've scored some fantastic goals recently, so we know their strengths, and we need to obviously nullify their strengths. But we believe we can cause them problems going the other way. We have to have a little more intensity and a little bit more urgency than what we did on Friday. Some of the goals we've scored recently have been fantastic, well-worked goals. We've kept the ball really well, but when we've gone into good areas, we've had that quality. Didn't really have that on Friday, so hopefully we can. And we've talked about that. We can have more quality and that more intensity in there. And we've had ruthlessness, clinicalness, sort of in the last few games. So hopefully we get that, find that again on Monday.
And finally, it's the last two home games now, so I suppose it's wanting to finish the season on a high and give those fans, a smile on their face coming into the summer.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I thought the crowd was fantastic again, coming their numbers on Saturday. And I think that's what frustrated me even more, because we've had a good following. And you want to give them a performance, locally kind of derby. They've come in their numbers, which is fantastic numbers. And you know, I had people there who've come to their first game, and they were blown away with the support that we had on Friday. Sorry, I'm just disappointed that we didn't sort of create chances to give them more than what we gave them on Friday. So hopefully we can, 2 home games now. We had a fantastic result last week at home, really good performance. For the atmosphere was brilliant. So hopefully we can continue that on the next 2 games, and give them something to cheer about going on to the end of the season. And lastly, I just want to send our condolences from the football club to Jeff Mattimore and his family. I spoke to him a few weeks ago when he was in hospital. A massive Barrow fan. I think the family are massive Barrow fans, and I think he passed away the last couple of days. So just want to send our condolences to him and his family. And I think they're coming to the game tomorrow. So massive condolences from me and from the whole of the football club.